Good morning everyone and welcome to the vlog. It's about 8 a.m. on Monday. Last week was a crazy week if you watched my last two vlogs, and this week is also going to be a super crazy week. However, today's Monday is actually going to be a pretty nice Monday because yesterday I took the entire day to get everything done. My apartment is completely clean. My bedding has been washed. All my laundry's been done. I have nice clean blowed out hair. My dishes are done. I did almost all my homework for the week and I've edited Tuesday's video and shorts up until Wednesday. And we're going to talk about MACLAY finals in this video because it is coming up this weekend and I've been to MACLAY finals 3 times, which is crazy. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to pull back out all of those rounds and kind of go over them, tell you any tea that, you know, wasn't mentioned in the vlog, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's the plan. Alrighty everyone, it is now 11:40. I had like a weird lunch breakfast situation because my classes are from 12:30 to 3, so I kind of miss lunchtime, but I prefer lunch over breakfast. So had that. I just got dressed. I'm wearing these jeans from Aritzia and then this little aloe comfy cropped sweater situation. I'm literally so happy and so glad I stayed up late last night. Pretty much all my homework for the week's done and I got both of my vlogs for this week already edited and uploaded, which is a huge win. I'm just finishing up a thumbnail for the second one. I finish that before I head to class, and tonight I can just focus on getting head-on shorts and TikToks because even though you wouldn't think it takes a lot of time to take that footage and chop it down and edit it, it actually can be quite time consuming. I'm gonna go to my classes, nothing interesting going on, so I will talk to you in a bit when we talk about MACLAY finals. Okay guys, I have been lucky enough to go to MACLAY finals 4 times throughout my junior career, and I figured because MACLAY finals, well, for you guys it was like a day or 2 ago, for me it's coming up in a day or 2, I figured we could react to all of my previous MACLAY finals rounds and that I could tell you some of the tea that maybe wasn't shared in some of the vlogs. So let's do it. Starting off in 2020. 2020 was a weird year, obviously. Everything kind of opened up just in time for MACLAY finals, so we did actually do it in Kentucky. We just had to wear masks and stuff when we weren't on a horse. So I had like the button-up ones, I'm sure you all remember. And I was on Chino. This was my first time going to MACLAY finals. I must have been 15. So let's see. I honestly don't really remember what happened. So let's give it a little whirl. Gonna have to skip through all of this because... Okay, so as you can see in here, if I pause it, I have the mask around my neck, and when I got out of the car, obviously I'd have to put it back on, but we were in the car so that we could like take them off for a second. But I'm gonna go ahead and skip. Let's watch some of my warm-up because this is like, you get to go in the day before. You do get to go into the actual MACLAY finals ring and do like a round for 90 seconds, but this was like a different warm-up that you could do for practice. Let's also keep in mind, like, this will show you guys like who haven't been around for a while how different of a horse Chino used to be. I mean, he's such a good boy, but like in the last year or 2, he's really learned so much and has become so much like more subtle and like knows everything so much better. Obviously that comes with age, and it's just crazy looking back at these. I mean, he's jumping some like pretty well over those, to be fair. This is like so blurry. I'm not even gonna make you guys watch that. Let's just... Nice first jump. Good out. My oh god. Okay, so first 2 jumps were good. Now this is where equitation is like really is a test. I got away with the straight line, but you could see going to the 3rd jump, I one, my equitation wasn't looking that good. I was doing a lot with my hands. I was moving around a lot, and then all of a sudden it was like I was galloping up to long. And yes, I got over it, and like, yes, it wasn't like a horrible jump. I didn't chip it. It wasn't like a 3-legger or anything like that. That is where equitation, especially at these big finals, really come down to the detail. And those are the tricks that they are trying to catch you out on. Pretty good through there. Ooh. Okay, so again, like, to be fair, as a 15-year-old who's never been to finals before, and I'm on a horse who's also never been to finals before, who's very green and is a very hard horse to ride, at least at the time was, that was pretty good. Again, that's where, like, now being older, doing it more times, like, you can see me moving a lot with my body and just like making it doesn't look like I'm confident in it, which I wasn't, but that is like the trick, is like you have to look like you know every single stride, and like you can look pretty. That's fine. Like, I'm getting all the strides right. Okay, so this is where it cut out. Again, I was 15. I was embarrassed, but hold on. Okay, so after this, that jump, you see it cuts out. So I had to go back through the racetrack rails the other way. And Chino used to have this habit where he would just like, instead of collecting, just trot. And he literally trotted the racetrack rails. And we did not hit any of them. Like, let's just be clear, we cleared it. We cleared the one stride at 3-6 in MACLAY Finals at a trot, but obviously that's not that great. But this is where I'm talking about like everything's connected. So obviously you don't see it, but after that, I come off the trot. Look how much I have to gallop, like now, right here. I'm like galloping to long, and then I'm like having to whoa to get him back for the end. So again, as a 15-year-old, with not much experience on a horse who didn't have much experience, I'm pretty proud of that. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about, that was 2020. I did go in 2021 as well. There is not a MACLAY Finals vlog for 2021 because I didn't make it around the course. Now, I feel like this is one of those things where it gets a little iffy because I completely understand one of those aspects of like learning and just being honest that I could probably look on Clip My Horse and find the round if I really wanted to, but it's not my horse, it was someone else's, and I was still a very young rider. It was a green horse, and just don't want to, it's not my horse. I don't want to like put that sort of thing in my video of someone else's horse. So we're gonna skip right over it, but that was definitely a rough MACLAY Finals. I did not make it around, I got excused, and that started my partnership with Apple not long after that. So let's watch Apple's round. This was my best MACLAY Finals round by far. And this was the year I won MACLAY Regionals. Look at him, he's so precious. You can tell too, just like even looking at the way he's moving around, like he was definitely a few years younger in this. Makes me sad though, because I'm like, oh, he's just an old man now. Still my boy. All right, let's see it, Apple. Nice. I was patient up this first line because I knew he was gonna eat it up and I needed to land that left lead. And then I opened up here. There you go. You can just tell already what 2 years makes because I'm so much more still. That was really nice, and I'm just light in my seat looking to these little block things. These were so cool. Held my body nice there. Rode right up to this oxer thing. Now this is where my mistake comes in. Now it won't be that obvious, but it's still a mistake. So this was fine, but this is where I needed to balance him more because he lands split here. Now, and then he only lands split for like 2 strides, but killed me. And then the funniest thing is the live stream actually froze here, and everyone thought that I like paused it or like cut that clip because of something like the announcement said or whatever, but it actually was nothing to do with anything anyone said. It was just that the live stream froze. So then it cuts to my dad's video. This was fine. I was a little tight out, but it looked fine. And then I was just like, one line left, let's just finish it off strong. This cool little triple bar thing. Right up to MACLAY Finals. Yeah, I mean, it really was a good round, and I did stay in the top 25 for like the first wave of callback scores, but again, then it ended up killing me. Now, this was a fairly good round, except I stopped at the second jump, and again, I'll just be transparent because it's one of those things. I think, yeah, that's the jump it was at. Because you can see, like, in the back a little bit, there was like a racetrack rail right here, and so I jumped that and I rode up to here, and I just, it wasn't anything terrible, but there was definitely a little bit of a gap there. I was a little long, and it's just very spooky in there. He was getting older, and he was just like, no. So completely my fault, not anything to do with him. But again, honesty, because I know a lot of people watching this either want to go to MACLAY Finals, or maybe you're going, or maybe you just went and you're watching this, and like, the truth of it is it is a very scary, very hard competition that you're doing as a very young rider. And I know when you're like 16, 17, 18, you don't feel like you're young, but you are. And like, you really don't have that much experience, for most people anyway, to be doing a course as hard as this. So let's watch it. Because after that, it was good. So that was fine. Got up to that nicely. This I remember everyone was stopping at, so I was a little concerned about that, but I got right up there. We actually have those jumps at my barn now, if you recognize them. I got up here. This is like where a lot of people, again, were having trouble, and I got all the strides, so that was good. I mean, definitely wasn't my smoothest round by far, but rode right up to the triple bar, and then just settled a little here. Kept going for there, and that was it. Again, not my best round by far, and a little messy, but I also, like, I was a freshman in college. I hadn't been riding, and, you know, had to walk into a class like that. I'm very, very grateful for all the experience I've had, and of course I wish, you know, I could have gone to MACLAY Finals and like made it to like another round or something like that, but I'm definitely not disappointed in how I rode. Obviously there were mistakes and it was not perfect, but I think the experience has done so much for me, and on top of that, I'm just grateful to be there, because I know so many people dream of going there and just aren't able to. So I'm forever grateful for the experience. And yeah, I just wanted to like kind of look back on those. I think it's fun, and yeah. But anyway, I have a lot of exciting things planned for my Vlogmas, and also word on the street is I might be going to WEF. Not obviously for the whole time because I have school, but I might go for like a few weekends here and there when I'm able to. So we have exciting things coming up, I promise. But anyways, that's that. Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. Sorry about any noise you may hear. I just turned the heating on because I got back from practice and it has gotten so cold. It was cold when I left this morning, but it definitely got colder while I was out, and it's now in the 60s in my apartment. So I've turned the heating on, but the vibes are good. I'm going to heat up some food. This is like a pasta protein bake that my mom makes, and I make like a big batch and put them into containers, and then I just freeze like most of them so that like it doesn't go bad or anything. And so like I took this out of the freezer this morning, and now I'm gonna add some sauce to it, throw it in the microwave to heat up, and then I've got a healthy lunch. Thursday. It is 11:20. I've been up for a long time though and have got quite a bit done, so I'm pretty pleased. I'm just doing some more work now. I'm leaving at 12 for a class. I just have one today, the other got canceled, and then I have a solid core class later this afternoon, and after that we're gonna head into Trader Joe's next door to get some groceries, so that's good. I put some buffalo chicken in the crock pot. I'm filming that for a different video for you guys, but we'll have that for dinner. I'm gonna get some stuff to like add with it, but yeah, it's a very gloomy day. I'm honestly really enjoying it, but I'm gonna get back to work, go to my class. Okay, like, sorry this vlog is so boring. It's just me like doing my daily things. I'm having some soup now before I go to my workout class in like an hour. Anyways, happy lunch on a very rainy, cold day. Okie doke, guys. It is 3. I'm heading to Solid Core, and then we're gonna get groceries. It is literally so gross out, but like I love it. It's literally raining cats and dogs. So we're gonna head out. We'll get groceries on the way back. I also need to pick up my case of Eleese in the mailroom, but I don't want to carry it in the pouring rain, so we'll do that after.